Hey y'all, I'm Mimi, aka the Piscean Seer, and this is one of your daily collective messages. My lovers, like, and subscribe if you get anything out of this. Thank you so very much to those of you who do like, subscribe, and comment. Okay, it is always and forever going to be loved and appreciated. God, archangels, ancestors, ascended masters, cosmic guides, all beings of the highest and purest white light with the best interest of me and the collective at heart. You are always and forever welcome into my reads. Okay, please give my wonderful, fabulous, and amazing Piscean Seer family the best and most accurate information for them at this time. I was just smiling all big because my guides are silly, okay? And we be cracking jokes and being silly in between takes, okay? It's just who I am. So this is an Archangel Michael reading, okay? And when I got done with the Ascended Master Melchizedek reading, which I just did last, I started singing bark, bark, chicken, chicken, bark, bark, chicken head. I think that Archangel Michael and I was like, oh, okay, like chicken head, because chicken can represent certain fears that one might have, so you could be having this battle in the mind, with these certain fears, that, are perfectly natural and, pop up after you've been through certain things, dealt with certain types of people, or been through certain types of situations, so the advice is carnelian right now, to really go with your gut and just show off your sparkle unapologetically. Don't worry about who's receiving it or who cares or who likes it or who don't. That doesn't fucking matter. Just shine, 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 baby. And whoever you're meant to help or affect with your beautiful energy, you will help and affect them. I think that you need to change your perspective on these certain battles that you've been through in the past, on through, like, changing your perspective on these certain times and these certain things that you did or whatever when you were in survival mode, and knowing that you stepped into your gifts, you stepped into a more sacred place, into a more sacred energy, and there is no trickery waiting in the background. There's no trickery waiting in the background. Of course, there is trickery going on in the background and fuckery and all kinds of things, but Archangel Michael's asking you to release that, to know that you're free, to know that you're protected, and to stay grounded and to play and enjoy this life. And this is how you'll be, guided in the right direction. This is how you'll always carry the key to the right doors, by constantly staying in this energy of divinity and keeping your spiritual energy is very cleansed and very clear, and this is how you will not only stay in this energy of wholeness with this full moon energy, but you will also, I forgot what I was going to say, so it must not be that important, but stay in this, full in. Okay, you will also see your manifestations come to this energy of like completion. You'll see your manifestations grounded. That's what I was going to say. Thank you so much, Archangel Michael. But also your intuition is very, very strong at this time, and that's why go with your gut, So I have notes, but it's just a quote, okay? It says, happiness is the new rich, inner peace is the new success, health is the new wealth, and kindness is the new cool, okay? So get with it or get lost is what Archangel Michael was saying before I push record, and that's what it is. If people are not happy, then they're not rich. If they're not feeling that peaceful energy on the inside, then that's still something that they're trying to find success in. The way that you're walking around very healthy in these higher energies just lets you know exactly how wealthy you are within. And all of that kindness that you have constantly been operating out of your entire life is starting to become the thing that's cool. So be happy, baby, because you was right the entire time on how you should have been acting and how you should have been handling people. Okay. And I think that, it's so crazy how being sensitive and being open and being loving, what has been such a risk up until this point, but I think that a lot of people are being exposed. A lot of people who have handled you in the wrong ways, a lot of people who spent a lot of time trying to, affect your routine and trying to establish you as their territory, have been, they sitting around waiting in vain, baby. If they waiting on your downfall, they're gonna be waiting till the end of fucking time, okay? Because if your love was all I had in this life, that would be enough, okay? Until the end of time, because your energy brings abundance, and also you're always prepared, you're always ready for anything that comes up against you or that wants to tear you down. You have mastered the art of communication at this time. It's just a little bit of doubt there, in yourself, a little bit of a question, I think, like, am I doing this right? Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Like, God, please make sense of this moment, and I think that you're doing everything that you need to be doing, and that it's not always going to just be clear, that specific part of whatever path you're on. It's not always going to be the clearest thing, but as long as you go with your gut and you're operating out of your energies of divinity, you just will never go wrong. What's the overall energy? Archangel Michael. Okay, we got survival and we got soar at the bottom of the deck. So definitely this big energy of you coming out of survival mode, like understanding your bond that you have with the divine is going to be very important for you, for the way that you soar right now. Keeping that different perspective about you in every situation, and realizing that all of the negativity or anything that it does not serve you is rolling off of your back at this time. You're waterproof, which also gives me this energy of you needing to like come out of your emotions a little bit about everything. We got this fear and we got this direction, and it's funny how the direction that they're flying in is bringing this fear, so I feel like fly away from this fear, like just do this, okay? Slap that fear out of your way so that you can soar the way that you were always meant to soar. It's okay to be very curious. Know that you have nothing to fear, especially when it comes to dealing with people in the community. Anybody in the community that got problems finna get this wrath. Know that. Know that they under the influence of the wrong energies, okay? And that you are protected and that there is no establishing dominance over you. So don't let them come in with their distractions, okay? They see you. They see you. All this fucking purity and beauty that you walking around in, they see you so clearly. So don't feel like, you have to go out of your way to show people how you have changed or how you have improved. You're doing great, okay? And you don't need nobody's fucking approval on that shit. So it says the crow is trapped in a bush as the hungry fox patiently waits for his meal. When we are in survival mode, we are restricted. We, like the crow, cannot fly. This card calls your attention to how you are feeling about a situation. Are you hunkered down, waiting for the threat to be over, or are you moving, doing your best to find a path out? When we are in survival mode, our possibilities are limited by a creative mind solely focused on getting through a difficult situation, okay? So he's getting at like changing the perspective on the situation, right? Because if when we're in survival mode, we're looking at every situation like, oh shit, what kind of drama is finna come from this situation? We just know going into anything that we finna run into some bullshit, because this is what we're so used to running into. And he's saying changing your perspective in that way, not expecting that things are going to go wrong or there's always some drama, expecting like things always go right for me. There's always, I'm meant to soar. So there is no sneaky fox that can come and trap me and be waiting to eat me, okay? Like I said, if they waiting on you to get you, if they waiting on your downfall, they're going to be waiting until the end of time. It says, it is in this space that we are not thinking about future opportunities, as the decisions we make are done so to simply release any immediate pain. Because of this, we risk accepting a quick fix that limits our growth, So know that you're not in this energy of survival anymore. You're in this place where you're working as a team with God. You're working as a team with your angels, and that they are working out anything that goes on for you. We got territory and trickery right here on the next page. Like, don't feel the need to establish your territory from a place of fear or from a place of survival, because when you're in survival mode, he's giving me the example of like being homeless. You know what I'm saying? When you're homeless, like if you go to a shelter, or, if you live in your car, you're always making sure everything's locked up, okay? Because I've been homeless before. You're always making sure that everything is locked up, because it seems like there's so much stealing in the homeless community, okay? Like, you always have to be on your toes. You always have to make sure that everything that you have is yours and that you are able to maintain what you need to survive. And sometimes you even make shifty, shady type of decisions and things like that in order to ensure the survival of you. But Archangel Michael saying you no longer need to move like this, that your survival has already been ensured, and that there is no sneaky fox keeping you from soaring. You are 100% free to move about the country and do whatever it is that you want to do. All you have to do is follow your gut and remove that fear that's telling you that, you're going to run into an issue. You're going to run into a problem, because that part of you is also able to manifest things into your reality. Okay. This is just, what it is. What's the overall energy? Let me get to. Thank you. And I love how they're both like kind of this orangey type of energy. I think this definitely has something to do with like your creative juices, and you just allowing them to just flow freely. Like, you really don't have anything to worry about, baby. Like I said, that's just rolling right off of your back. Any issues, any problems. Okay, this is tiger's eye, though, which is also a very protective type of stone. It says tiger's eye is a gold brown quartz displaying a light reflecting optical phenomenon known as chatoyance or cat's eye, kind of like labradorite, I think. It says that appears just below the stone's surface. It says this currently overthinking and who needs it? My bad. The currently overthinking and mood swinging Geminis and Virgos, and I love all the Gemini energy that came out today because it's the new moon in Gemini. Okay, so I think there's this. First of all, you could be overthinking, and this could be causing your mood to shift back and forth, but it's just like, I get that though, this energy of like uncertainty, this energy of that underlying expectation of danger to come in. Like, ooh, I feel too good. Things are going too great for me. I know somebody's going to come along and try to shut my shit down because bitches is mad, but it's like, don't worry about that, just worry about keeping your entire being balanced, keep your mood quite stable, and make sure you're communicating with people very clearly, and that you're going after what you want to go after with the full knowledge that you're a star, and whatever you go after, you're going to get it. It says where to put it in a string of prayer beads hanging on your middle finger, counted during meditation along with your blessings, So count your blessings and make sure that you do some meditation, do some prayer, do as much meditation and prayer as you possibly can right now, It says when to use it. When your thoughts are not your friends, when reading Jungian theories or attempting to decipher a Zen koan, when you're all roar and not enough purr, okay? That's what it is. You all roar and not enough purr right now, baby. You need to be just purring, you know what I mean? Just like rubbing. I just see my cat, like rubbing up against my legs when he thinks I'm about to give him a snack, It says, when only equanimity of mind, body, and spirit, left brain and right brain, can get you square with the universe, So that's what you really need. You need your mind, body, spirit, your left brain, your right brain, your heart, your head to be, like, I heard synonymous, like in the same place, you need them to be all on one accord in order for you to feel good going forward. You have to balance out yourself, balance out your emotions. And maybe that means, confronting some of these survival mode tendencies that you may have, So we got copper also, which is talking about energizing your world, bringing more excitement, bringing more of a stable life. He's saying, like, allowing yourself to live on the edge rather than calling it survival, you know, knowing that, hey, these dangers could come up and things could happen, but it might be fun to get myself out of this now that I know I'm psychic and gifted and I can handle any situation. Now that I know that I'm this amazing shapeshifter with the ability to adapt to everything, like putting a very positive spin on all of the things that you used to have to do in the past in order to survive, like knowing that you gave it to God and so therefore it's covered, and not obsessing over the little things, okay? So it says, what is copper, right? It says, if you're thinking, but copper isn't a crystal, indeed, okay, so it says, if you're thinking, but copper isn't a crystal, indeed you are a genius. Copper is a metal, but it's such a powerful energy conductor and component of so many of your favorite stones like chrysocolla, malachite, and turquoise. It has to make the cut. It says, who needs it? Anyone who needs the proverbial defibrillator paddles. Okay, so I think that all that time you had to spend in survival mode has your life a little dull, a little drab, because you are afraid to take a step. You're afraid to soar because you think someone's gonna like shoot you down out of the sky. But you are so beautiful and magically protected, and as long as your energy is clear, you're fine. It says where to put it with your epic crystal collection. You might have a lot of crystals, okay? I do. It says copper intensifies the potency of most stones, clearing the channels of communication between you and your mineral friends. It says when to use it. You use it when it's time to pack up an old idea of who you are and ship it out for good. Didn't I slap that fear? Okay, you see me slap that fear to the table. That's how you need to do your fear, and realize that that old idea of who you are and what you had to do to survive, and that constant worry of someone taking your shit or overstepping your boundaries is done and over with. It says move on renewed with copper. Energize your world. All right, what else, my love? I just love me some Archangel Michael, okay? Archangel Michael loves you. You probably love you some Archangel Michael, too. I spent a lot of time with Archangel Michael. He's dope. What else? Okay, we got courage, and so Archangel Michael's sending lots of courage to you at this time, and also wanting you to transmute these things. And you might wear the Ankh a lot, or you could have an Ankh tattoo. You also could have an anchor tattoo or a tattoo of a key, okay? These symbols could be very significant to you. But I think that he's asking you to have the courage to transmute these old situations, these old negative happenings. Like transmute these situations by looking at them, like giving them positive energy. Give life to all of the time. Give life to the time that you spent dying. This is what he's saying. That's beautiful. Give life to the time that you spent dying, okay? Yes, it was dark times and you had to do, seemingly negative things or whatever in order to survive. But now you need to ground this idea of you stepping into a new place. You're not there anymore, baby. And I think that the fear of you falling back to that place could be a little bit overwhelming sometimes. And it's just something that you're needing to deal with. And you could even have it being like, have it popping up in your mind a lot, especially around this new moon, because like I said, it's a new moon in Gemini, and it's all about communication, new ideas, new relationships, and new situations coming in. So yes, the old is bound to boil up because you need to remove that old in order to replace it with these new types of energies. We got veiled. So maybe in that way, you're kind of veiled to what's going on within you, maybe a little bit of like inner discovery, but also he's saying like, I think that you're being veiled to future happenings on purpose. Like, I think that you've been surprised with a lot of negative things. I said this before, you've been surprised with so much negative shit in your life that spirit just wants to surprise you with good things. So don't nitpick and don't overthink why things aren't happening just the way you feel like they should be happening yet. You're veiled to the future on purpose, so that you can still have surprises in your life, so that you can still have excitement. And if you energize your world a bit and introduce your own type of surprises and your own type of excitement, then you might be able to get to know a little bit more of the future. But I think you're just still a little bit fearing that things from the past are having the ability to come back. But you've gone through this huge transformation and things are just completely different, And when you do timeline jump, because this is the energy I'm getting, like you jump to a new timeline, but sometimes you're not very aware that you jumped. Okay. And you're thinking you're still going to run into those energies from that last timeline that you were on, but you're not going to have that problem. My bad. I think I was bumping the mic a little bit, but you have gone through some sort of transformation, some sort of timeline jump, and you need to ground yourself and realize that you just stepped into a new life, okay, where energy is different. Excuse me, that's confirmation. Get out here and enjoy it. Enjoy the new energy that you did so much work in order to even be able to even, embrace the concept of a timeline jump. So to have done a successful timeline jump is amazing, okay? And you need to realize that you did not bring no bullshit with you, baby. You left all of that other bullshit on the other timeline, and you are protected in a major way. So even if any of that bullshit did decide to follow you, it's going to be done. It's done. It's handled. Okay. He's giving me Olivia Pope. Okay. You might be an Olivia Pope type of energy, where you you wear the white hat, baby. Okay. You wear the white hat. You are very good at let's Google that. Let's Google what it means to wear the white hat. I Googled it before because of that show, but I think that it really goes here like in a major way. Let's look at white hat symbolism. I feel like it says a good or a moral person, especially the hero in a movie, novel, or play. That account dominated as it is by conflict between black hats and white hats is hardly the whole truth. It says a person who hacks into a computer network in order to test or evaluate its security systems. While security dudes tend to speak in terms of black or white hats, it seems to me that nearly all hats are in varying shades of gray. I heard a lot with that. So let's cover the first part. You're amazing. You are a very moral person. You are the hero, not only in your own story, but in the stories of others. And in survival mode, you had a lot of conflict with the black hats, But I think that you have stepped into your whole truth, or the truth of your wholeness, or the truth of who you truly are, in which way you're meant to walk, And I think right now, Spirit's playing the advocate a little bit, and they're hacking into your computer network in order to test and evaluate your security system. So you might literally feel a threat, but Archangel Michael wants you to react in a way that lets him know, you're protected and you don't have anything to worry about. So if you're having things boil up, this is what it's all about. It's all about you realizing and recognizing that you do wear the white hat, baby. And that you are pure, you are clean, and you are morally righteous, and you always have been. And that, you've stepped into this divinity, like nobody's holding what you had to do in a past life against you. Because that's pretty much what it is that you just stepped out of. You just stepped out of a whole past life. Like you've experienced this huge paradigm shift. And you just need to understand that and balance yourself in this new world that you're in this new energy that you have stepped into, okay? You stepped off of the karmic path. Okay, and into this divine masculine energy where you attract everything that you need and want. And I know that those are two totally different types of energies, and you could feel like, whoa, nah, what's the catch, right? What's the fucking catch? Because I know I done some stuff, in the past where it's like, how could I possibly deserve to even be here? But believe it, that you deserve it, baby, and that you have always been pure and have always been moving in the best way for you and those around you. And that's what really truly matters. God is not really judging every single little thing that you do. He's judging your heart. He's judging your intentions. And he's judging how much you listened to him and how much you called on him. And I got a feeling you called on him every chance that you got, and you're still doing that. So don't be afraid of nothing. What's courage? Okay, the temperance. Keep your energy very tempered at this time. Like, know that you have mastered the energies of both your emotions and of the earth, you know. I think that air is a really big thing that you're working on right now, you know, controlling the mind and like keeping it in that clear place. What's transmute? The sun, okay? So you need to allow these beautiful light sun energies to burn away all of that negativity, you know. I think that also you need to transmute all of these things that are being revealed to you at this time, you know. Because sometimes, you know, you can get a whole nother, like, spirit gives me, you know, my revelation in pieces sometimes, because my anger is a little bit explosive, you know. And like, they have me heal from things, you know, or they'll like put it to me in one way, and then they'll present a completely different perspective of that very same situation. And then it's almost like surgical. It's very interesting, you know, the way that they go in and how they show you different things. They'll give you this much of the truth and have you heal from that and deal with that. And then they'll present this new information, you know what I mean? That makes a lot more sense. You know, that's hindsight. I was watching something yesterday and he was saying, you know, that's hindsight. Hindsight is when you look back on a situation and then you receive new information on that, which now changes your perspective. So this is what I think is going on with you. You know, like, you're still having little pieces of the truth fall out into your life. And these are things that have the ability to, you know, have you in a place of imbalance, or have you back, you know, have you going back into a little bit of a flashback where it's almost like where your mind, your body reverts. Like, when you have certain memories that are strong enough, or you receive information that's strong enough, it can literally take you back, you know, in your emotions and in your mind, but you're still right here at, you know, on the other side of this great transformation. But you just have to know exactly what to do with the information, you know. Don't get too in your emotions. This is why you learned how to, you know, manage that part of you first. So work with the divine, you know, ask Archangel Uriel to come in and help you to wrap your mind around this new information that they're currently bringing in. You know, call on Archangel Raphael to help you to heal from this in the most positive way, and call on Archangel Michael if you need to feel more protected in that moment. What's new life? Okay, we got the Page of Pumpkins. Like, oh, so much beautiful potential going on in your energy, though. Like, I just want you to know, like, though you might feel a little bit vexed in the mind, you're really not going through much. Like, your angels are giving all of the information and all of these things that they need you to heal from over time. They're just really spoon feeding it to you a little, real slow. You know, they're showing me, like, you know, the way you would feed a baby. They're giving it to you a little bit at a time so that you can continue to grow and heal. You know what I mean? But still have that forward movement. They didn't, if they would have just like dropped everything, told you everything right while you were still trying to come out of survival mode, it would have like pushed you back into that hole. And they want you to still come out and still grow, but still they want you to have all of the proper information that you need, you know? So Archangel Michael saying, like, you know, just be patient and just take your time with yourself. Like, don't rush yourself, because you're going through a lot energetically. What's grounded? The Seven of Lightning. No, the Eight of Lightning, okay? Or this Eight of Swords. Okay, so more of that. This is that mental entrapment type of energy, you know? So staying grounded is going to be very important to you, not being in your head so much. What's veiled? The Three of Potions, okay? So, I mean, even though you can't really see the future and you can't see everything that's coming in, you know, Archangel Michael is saying, like, celebrate, you know, like, get into a good mood about it. Please know that you have attracted such beautiful things to yourself. This new life you're standing in, this beautiful place of all this potential, this earth angel, sunny energy you're in, baby, it's everything. and it looks so good on you. Even if you got haters and they don't want to tell you how good you look and how great you're doing and how much you have progressed, you doing the shit, baby. I'm gonna tell you, you doing that shit, okay? You doing it like, ooh, please don't stop, okay? I'm so excited for you. And just know that that old stuff, like it cannot come back and affect you no more. Not at this place. Not in the place where you get me excited. Okay, no, there's no going back from this. Okay, with the Ace of Potions, they didn't drop that bag on you, and they're gonna drop it on you again and again. And it's because you're so open to your transformations, so open to learning and working with yourself and working with the divine. What's protection? There's MWS on here. You can have the initials MW or S anywhere in your name. Okay, we got the Queen of Candles or this Queen of Wands type of energy, which is giving me like a fiery, passionate energy, like almost this energy, because the King of Wands always gives me leader, and the Queen of Wands always gives me like attractiveness, that fiery, passionate energy. So I think that excuse me, when it comes to feeling protected and when it comes to feeling like secure, you need to allow your feminine energy to come in and lead when it comes to like revelations and things like that. Allow your masculine side to handle more of the business and things like that, but just know that it's your soft, empathetic, loving energies that really do protect you at the end of the day, not that hard, passionate, forceful type of energy. We got the 10 of Potions and the 7 of Pumpkins, because your ancestors are going to make sure that you not only get everything that you want, that you receive all the love that you want, but they're also going to make sure that you harvest them at the right time. And just know you are making the right choices. You really, truly are. Every single sneaky person that you walked away from, okay, with the 7 of Lightning and the Strength card, every single sneaky energy that you stepped away from helped you to step into this place of strength where you stand now. So don't feel like you're going crazy, okay? Because I can hear the cuckoo bird going cuckoo, cuckoo, okay? Baby, you are not going crazy. You are not losing your shit. And you just need to bring a little bit more excitement to the journey. Like, I know that sometimes you can get kind of bogged down by this journey that you're on with God. It can get a little bit heavy and a little bit stressful, but it's just because you're overthinking it and you're kind of overworking yourself and overworking your connection that you're meant to have with the divine. But it's something that's very natural with you, something you don't have to work at, so remain aware of that. What's courage and the Temperance? Be proud of yourself, okay? With the last quarter moon in Taurus, like, be proud of yourself. Be proud of this beautiful angelic energy that you have brought down to yourself and move through this life with that courage, like with that confidence, knowing what you have done, baby. What's Transmute and the Sun? We got last quarter moon in Aries with work through your feelings, So right now he's really saying like these thoughts and things that I'm talking about, these old habits and ways of being, these are being exposed by the angelic realm to you in order for you to transmute them. Like, this is not meant to be thoughts and things that you're holding on to, okay? If it's boiling up and you don't like it, transmute that shit and turn it into more, like, put potential to it. Like I said already, put that light into that moment that they're having come back to you. Maybe you're repeating something over and over and over again, okay? This is going to help you to clear your mind, though, at the bottom of the deck, even in the energy of like you going wild a little bit, like just throwing the caution to the wind and allowing yourself to just relax, allowing spirit to do their thing also. Because they're very random, okay? They're not always, they are like very structured in the way that they do things, and nothing happens by accident, but also it's a very free flowing thing with us, We got first quarter moon in Aries with step into your power, going under new life in the page of pumpkins or the page of pentacles, you know. So don't be afraid to step into this power of this new life, into the power of the potential that you're holding and carrying right now. Step into that power, transmute anything that doesn't serve you so that you can ground these beautiful manifestations and not have to be trying to do that through a mentally, you know, messed up place. Like, bring yourself out of this mental entrapment that's telling you still need to like survive and start living. Okay, what's grounded? And the 8 of lightning. Talk less and feel more, you know. Like, feel your way through this thing. Like, allow your heart, your feminine energies to lead you, like I said, you know. And that's going to ease your mind a lot more, you know. Feel your way through the thing. And I remember somebody told me, like, that's the problem. You busy feeling and I'm busy thinking. And now we ain't friends no more because I need friends that's feeling and not overthinking everything. That's feeling how I feel. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that you're feeling. Ain't nothing wrong with feeling. Sometimes thinking can trick you, but the way that you feel when it comes to the things that are the most important are absolutely usually more right than what you're thinking. What's veiled in the 3 of potions? Okay, be humble. Like, it's okay to humble yourself when it comes to God, you know, to stand down and allow him to surprise you with the best parts of life. That's what being humble is all about, you know, stepping out of your ego, the egotistical part of you that thinks they're right about everything, you know, and just allowing yourself to be open to surprises. You might hate surprises because, like, this is a control thing, and that comes from you having to be in survival mode. When you're in survival mode, you need control of everything because you don't have control over the most important parts of your life. So you want to control and nitpick the details, the tiny things. And Archangel Michael's asking you to kind of release that and believe in the good luck that you have, you know, have the courage to trust that all will be well going forward, you know. Seeing the bigger picture of it all. What's transformation in the Ace of Potions? Speak your world into being, you know. So now that you've gone through this amazing transformation and you already know that the bag has been dropped on you, you know, like, lose yourself in positive affirmations, okay? Whenever, like, positive affirmations are amazing, but it's not even necessarily about the words that you're speaking. It's about the feeling, the energy that comes along with you speaking that amazing, positive magic into your life, you know? What's protection in the Queen of Candles? Practice gratitude, okay? So all the gratitude is necessary. It's everything. Just show it. Continue to show that gratitude you've been showing and know that you have been being protected through this entire time, even when you were in survival mode, even when it seemed like you didn't have shit and you didn't have nobody, not even nobody with some good advice. Know that God and your angels were there and they not going nowhere, and neither are your ancestors. They're going to carry you all the way through this beautiful journey that you're on. All they need you to do is to be open to change and to shine, baby. And to take a breather when you feel them nudging you to take a breather. And to take a reality check on the fact that you are amazing and only getting more better, okay? Just like Micheal was talking about yesterday. You are gorgeous, a beautiful soul. And you have earned the right to step out of survival mode and see yourself in that higher light. So don't steal that from yourself. Energize your world by realizing that you are a balanced whole being with the power to transmute anything and any situation that doesn't serve you, and that you really do have a lot to celebrate going forward in your life. What's the final thought on this? Archangel Michael. Okay, sacred union. And we got dream time at the bottom of the deck, you know. A union could be something that you are really trying to attract at this time, and when we're talking about union, of course it gives me that energy of you being in a relationship, but I think that everybody that including the divine, you are in a relationship with them. And in each relationship, you need to pour love, you need to pour trust, you need to pour honesty. There's all these different qualities that you should have in each relationship, no matter if it's romantic or if it's a friendship. And I think that you are really reaching this beautiful place of sacred union with the divine at this time, and that is going to start to attract more people around you that you're able to rely on, people that you're able to celebrate with, people who have also gone through the same type of transformation, people who jump timeline after timeline after timeline just to get to the timeline that you're in so they can support you in your wildest, craziest dreams and love you just the way you was always meant to be loved. So keep that kind of positivity in mind going through life. It says, we the Pleiadians see the energy of sex as a beautiful union for one to merge into the greater totality of the universe. The unions of partnerships don't simply procreate, which our society has elected to continue, but actually serve as a high form of energetic practice which expands one into the ultimate field of cosmic knowing. We have observed how sex on your planet has been abused and misused in many ways. Outdated forces have adapted my bad, outdated forces have attempted to guide humanity astray from its natural expansive properties in order to impose a narrow boxed in pleasure model. But as the hues break free from previous cycle conditions and reclaim their universal awareness, they too will reclaim the way that they view sex and enter a higher awareness of potency and unionship. And I have been thinking about sex in such a different way. Nowadays, when I see sex, I think about the energies of creation, like before, I think that it was more a pleasure based, like I used to think of sex as more, not as like a spiritual thing, more as like, something that you just do in the moment where you get this, that good feeling or whatever, but not really something that was so connected to God. But I'm thinking more about just like the concept of sex, and not like the actual act of having sex. To me, when I hear sex now, it makes me think of like co-creation. It makes me think of like procreation, just like it said. What am I bringing into the world? Because like in that way, when you think about it like that, you're kind of having sex with the divine, to put this beautiful divine creation out into the world. Or not even that, you're having this, bigger than that, you're having this union, between your masculine and your feminine, and they're making sex and they're making these beautiful creative babies that you're popping out. It's not always having to do with some other person outside of you, is what Archangel Michael is really saying with that. So to change your mind and your view about that a little bit. It says the sacred union card arrives when you are being given the opportunity to reshape what sexuality represents to you and to clear out any outdated cachet of guilt and shame imposed on you through false religious or societal programs. Now is a good time to explore the sacredness of sexuality and engage in healthy practices to expand your soul awareness. In addition, this card can indicate that a romantic influence is near, or you are going to go deeper into your sacred partnership or begin a new journey. Use this time to honor your sacred temple, see yourself as holy, and know that the energy of sexuality bursts planets and may be used for universal harmony, okay? It says reclaim this sacred practice for the benefit of all future generations and proclaim sex is beautiful, sex is healthy. I open myself to sacred sexuality, and it's the additional meanings are partnership, romance, tantra, love, and couple work. So you might be coming together with some other divine counterpart, who is in the same place you are, as far as like survival mode, or maybe even someone who is well versed in transmuting these kinds of things, someone with a very clear mind who's going to guide you in that way a little bit more. You can have a love interest right now, who kind of drops little eggs, who drops little seeds in you, things for you to think about, and that are meant to energize your world and break you up out of this way of thinking that you may have been stuck in for quite a while. Just know you're amazing, you're wonderful, you're sexy, you're great, you're lovely, and you're doing everything right. Okay, just keep going. Okay, that's all you got to do. That's all you got to do is keep going, and know that, we got mother, father healing right here, that God always got you, boo. So with that, I'm done. I hope you guys have a happy, fabulous, wonderful, and amazing day, that you got something that you needed out of this, and I will see you later. Bye.